Hi friends, this is Mary, and we're starting the Easter and Spring home tour here at my front door. I have this ledge up here where I have a couple of things on display. And over here is my usual floral display here in this Longaberger basket. And down below is this small piece of furniture with this antique clock that I found. Now swinging over here to my shelf, which is at the entryway to my home, we have a white basket hanging from the shelf with lots of tulips and other florals. And of course, we must have the cross to remember what we're celebrating here at Easter time, that he is risen, don't we? Up on my stairs here, I have this plant stand with a bowl. It's a footed bowl made of milk glass. And when you're coming down the stairs, this is what you see, which is delightful for this time of year. Indeed. Here's a look down into my living room area. There's my love seat, and we'll go down and take a closer look now. I have a bunny pillow here. I have lots of bunnies for decorating at this time of year, including this cute little one with a handle that has some florals in it. And then of course I have some of my house plants who are happy to live here in this partly sun window. They get some sunshine, but not too much to get burnt. Now on my cubby here, I have a milk glass vase, a little girl praying, a clock and a picture, and some birdies, a little birdhouse also. And below my television, which is mounted on the wall actually, I have these two sisal bunnies, Mr. and Mrs. Bunny. I always do something here to disguise all the wires that are coming down from the television. They're quite ugly, but florals are really good at that, disguising things. I got this new well, it's not a doily, it's more of a runner. Honestly, I think it might have been part of a curtain at one time. Got it thrifting for a couple of dollars. But isn't that a pretty design? I really like that. And then, of course, my aunt's clock always makes an appearance somewhere in my house. And then we have this darling little goose. Love those orange pieces of apparel that she's wearing. Moving over here, I have my 3 mini oil lamps. You probably saw them last tour. I can't bear to put them away because they're so cute. I have to have them out ready to be viewed by everyone. And then swinging over here, here's my couch, and look at that awesome Easter and springtime quilt that I found thrifting. Isn't that gorgeous? Look at that. Oh gosh, just perfect. I was so happy to find it. Now on my little table here, I have my crystal clear glass basket full of Easter eggs of varying types. Walking over here toward my dining room, I have one of my favorite Easter books by Jan Brett, The Easter Egg, a very fun book to read to children. So if you get a chance to get a copy, be sure to grab it because it's a wonderful story, just delightful. Here we have a basket in one of my cubbies full of my creamer collection, and as you can see, it's growing. I have this milk glass pitcher on a cabbageware plate. I actually found 2 of them in the bins, the Goodwill bins once for, I don't know, they were probably just a few cents. I wish I had a whole table setting for it for company because I think it's so great in the springtime. Now, on this shelf of my hutch, I have my Peter Rabbit collection. I have this little stuffed bunny of Peter. And I have this cute little pot that Peter's peeking into. I found this Tale of Peter Rabbit thrifting actually one time. And then here's my Peter Rabbit set that I bought when I lived in Germany. It's done by Wedgwood, and they have such cute little scenes on each piece. There's Mama Rabbit putting Peter to bed. Peter was not very well during the evening, so his mother put him to bed. Such a delightful tale. And then I found this awesome, this is actually a teapot. Isn't that awesome? So cute. I think sometime I'm going to have my book club over and serve them tea in her. Wouldn't that be fun? Of course, over here I have some more of my houseplants. Most of them are doing fairly well. Coming around here, we'll take a look at my table. This tablecloth here is a vintage one that I found thrifting. And I just have a collection of eggs and bunnies. And if we come around over to this side, there's a darling little pink piggy. Look at that little face. Oh, so cute. And then up here on my mirror, I have a wreath that I got thrifting, and it was made with lilacs, light and darker purple colored. That was a real bargain. Going over here to my new hutch, I have some darling little figurines ready for Easter time also. A bunny, another teapot for the season. Isn't that a cute one? So darling. And then here's the rest of my hutch. Love this hutch. What a wonderful thing it was to find on Marketplace. You probably remember I mentioned that in the past and maybe even saw how I refinished it. So we'll swing around here for a look at my table one last time. And then over on top of my hutch, I have some purple flowers. I don't know, they kind of look like, gosh, I'm trying to think of that. When I remember that name, I'll put it up here on the screen for you. And a couple of stuffed bunnies that are so cute. Now coming around over here on my cabinet, I have some candlesticks holding garden balls. And there's my bunnies that I get out every year, the jumping bunnies. I like them a lot. Over here I have a picture of a little lamb to remind me of Christ, the sacrificial lamb who died for us. There's a couple more bunnies that were found thrifting, and a little lamb here. Isn't it darling? So cute. Now on this small table here, I have a bunny who's carrying a basket of carrots, gingham carrots even, and another floral bouquet to brighten up the room for the season. Here's another new picture that I found. Oops, right there. Oop, when I point, it makes my picture get fuzzy, out of focus. So, guys, this is my living and dining room areas. I hope you enjoyed it. As we enter my kitchen and library, you'll see a crock with lots of tulips in it. Up on my green cabinet here, I have a really nice runner. I got that from Big Lots before they closed down. Oh, this is a picture of my daughter and my one grandson and my Aunt Franny before she passed. I just put that up there as a memory. She was my godmother, and we really enjoyed our time together. There's a cloche with a bunny inside. And here's that cute bunny that I got last year. So darling. And then this pot is just made beautifully with this bunny right here peeking out of the flowers. Isn't that lovely? So coming around over this way is the top of my fridge that I usually decorate. This one has a couple of bunnies, lots of tulips and peonies peeking out. Of course, on top of my cabinets are some crocks and baskets that I like to display. And then in this corner here is a darling little creamer, cow creamer that I found. Look at that darling face. Such a cutie. A bowl full of Easter eggs. And I think it's a very cheerful little corner. Going over here by my stove area, there's that thrifted kitchen towel that I found earlier this year. Here's my coffee bar. It's not really special or, decorated up like crazy, but it is what it is, and we use it, so it's important to keep it available for using. Here's a flag that I found, Easter blessings, last year. On my island here, I have a basket with a bunny hiding amidst all the greenery and the flowers. So cute. It's later in the day here, and the sun is really bright coming in my back windows. But let me show you, I switched out the winter things that were in this sugar mold and put in festive spring flowers there. And that's a pothos that I'm trying to root to add to one of my pots in the house. Over here, hasn't changed a lot, but I added some florals in this picture of birds. that I did a while back. I think that's all in the kitchen. Look at how bright it is, the sun coming in the windows, but it really makes my colored bottles shine. They're very colorful with the sun coming in the windows. I really enjoy that an awful lot. Here's my two Lazy Boy chairs that are so comfortable for reading in my library space. And then over here in this little child's rocker, I have a couple of bunnies and a large bouquet here on my hearth. Coming up to my mantle, I have some florals. Purple I just love in the springtime. Two more Mr. and Mrs. Bunny sitting on the mantle right there. The Tale of Peter Rabbit, another little golden book copy. And look at that darling vintage bunny that I got thrifting. What he is just a cutie, brings lots of joy. Down here I just have a simple thing of bunnies and, you know, bringing Easter cheer. Swinging around this way, we'll take a peek at my newly painted built-in bookcases. And if you saw that video where I did this repainting, you know that I reorganized my books. And I had my book club over last night for a meeting, and everybody liked it, so that made me happy. Down here on my table is my Bible. I usually read my Bible in the morning when I eat my breakfast. That's a daily activity for me. The Whispering Rabbit book is on display there. And then coming on down, you can see this small bookcase that I redid a while back. You may have seen me do that. And in general, I'm really happy with my decorations this year. I hope you have enjoyed the tour, and I hope when I host Easter dinner that everybody will enjoy them too. So here's a last look at the library. I hope you'll come back for more on another day. And many blessings to everyone. Happy spring. And I'll see you again soon. This is Mary saying bye for now.